Hello, everyone. This is Duran's Healing, and welcome to tonight's Healing Circle. For those of you who are new here, welcome to my channel, where I provide weekly energetic updates for the collective. And as I began to blaze this fire tonight, gather around and contribute your very powerful energy. Whether it be a like, a share, subscribe, or comment below to let me know how these messages are showing up in your world. And for starters, for those of you who are new here, my name is Duran's Healing, and I provide cowrie shell divination readings. This is an ancient indigenous technology system where I use crystals, stones, bones, and a lot of other assorted items here in conjunction with the 5 elements: the fire, the water, the earth, the mineral, and the nature. And with this tool system, it allows me to pick up on the energies moving throughout the cosmos. And with that being said, I would like to jump right into the stones to see what the higher energy has in store for us tonight. And the message that's speaking the loudest is coming from your spirit guides, your ancestor team, or your higher team, and is landing directly in the mineral. Meaning that you're a conduit, a messenger between this world and the other world. But not just that. The higher energy is saying that it is revealing the wisdom that you carry in the very paradigm that you live in. This otherworldly knowledge is starting to show up externally. And the reason why this is happening is due to this energetic merging that I'm seeing here in the stones. And at the base of this merge are 2 keystones, which is your otherworldly stone and your organization stone. And what I'm gathering in this is that you may have been starting to embody this alternative side of yourself, or this spiritual side of yourself, on a much larger level, on a more deeper level is what I'm gathering here. Taking approaches, taking stances in the way that you're choosing to move throughout life. There's something I'm gathering here is about a deep embrace surrounding this other side of you. But not only that, the organizational stone is right next to it. And this lets me know that not only are you organizing yourself, but you're organizing yourself based off of this energy, based off of this knowing, making key decisions from your spiritual core, from this otherworldly energy. It's like you're thinking and becoming so much more in tune with your spiritual body. You are now starting to move in that direction, make key decisions in regards to this spiritual element within you. I'm just seeing it being more at the forefront of your life instead of at the back, or as a hobby, taking much more of a serious approach in the realm of spirituality is what I'm gathering here. But not only is your organization impacting the way that your wisdom is being seen out into the world around you, it is also impacting key intimate relationships. You may be seeing the kinds of relationships that you need to be in, or who you need to be involved with. You're learning that your energetic body needs certain energetic dynamics. It needs certain friendship types or certain friendship groups in order to sustain something. But I know this substantiation has more to do with these other stones here. Intimate relationship brings creativity and your life purpose. all sitting on top of one another. What I'm gathering here is that there's something in the way that you're moving now and choosing to live. You're choosing to live a very particular way. And something in your gut, something in the materialization of this energy is directly impacting the way you create, the way you work or view work is what I'm seeing here. But this is very layered. I'm seeing like this Venn diagram with 3 circles overlapping one another. You're learning how to choose people better is what I'm gathering. You're learning how to align, or that you should align with people that are in congruence with your vibration. And you're realizing that when you don't, it impacts your creative expression, your ability to express yourself in a creative way, thus also impacting your ability to align yourself with your purpose. Yeah, when it's going good, when you're operating on a level that aligns you with the proper frequency, your expression, the freedom to express will be impacted. I could tell that some of you create from the soul. This is a spiritual collaboration that I'm picking up on between you and the other world. It's almost like an energetic space that some of you go into and you create something, but it's quite powerful. It's quite beautiful because it's almost like you shut out outside noise and pull from your gut and express out something soulful is what I'm getting here. A soulful expression that will draw in a particular type of relationship, that will draw in a particular group of people that will also impact your line of work. Oh, very interesting how this is falling. But also what I'm gathering here, outside of your institution stone, you organizing the community is your earth stone. Okay, there is a much more larger conversation here. You have gained the insight, or you have demonstrated how indispensable you are in community. You have cultivated yourself. I'm seeing someone going through a gauntlet, fortifying themselves over and over again in community, not backing down, not breaking, is what I'm gathering here. And what it has revealed, or what it is revealing to you, is that community is your home. You cannot be moved away from community, no matter how hard people try to exile you or push you away. But because your indispensable energy, I'm seeing here, has more to do with your capacity to weather the storm. You know how to take a hit. You know how to go through things and still remain standing. You may have wondered, even through all the chaos, how are you still here serving up the community, organizing the community? It's because your home is here. This is where you reside. And it's all in the way you move, action. See, this is about demonstration. This is about your action. And I know I said this before in regards to the other world, or your higher team being able to hear your prayers, hear your words. But there is also another level which speaks to seeing your actions, feeling your action. It registers to the other world that you're moving on behalf of an energetic frequency. And your action has shown or revealed to the other world that you are a conduit. You are indeed a messenger. You're here for a reason. And no matter how hard it gets, the strength within you to keep going is because you know that your action is serving a higher path. That's why the other world is highlighting your wisdom. A greater knowing that your action speaks just as loud as your words. And I'm just seeing this gauntlet because the bone to pick is here outside of your actions. You see, I can see some of you in the collective really going through things, really cultivating this indispensable energy. People may have tried to bury you. People may have tried to do things against you in a way that pushed you outside. I'm not sure what it is, but it didn't work. You have a much higher calling on your life, a much higher mission attached to you for you to just wither away. No, you stay firm in community. You stay firm on your path. And anytime there was a bone to pick, and I'm just seeing this nagging piece of meat in between your teeth that you have to get a toothpick to try to wean it out. This agonizing thing between your teeth, constantly picking it out. See, you had to pick through the issues that came into your world. These bones you had to pick, these issues that you had to overcome time and time again. But it did not stop you, is what I'm gathering here. Instead, you dug in. You dug in like a healthy piece of meat that was attached to a bone, fortifying your soul, knowing that you had more to do here. Your soul had to be fed, and the fulfillment of your soul is serving the people around you. It is organizing your community. A deep devotion, because your heart stone is here, deeply devoted to the world around you. And it's not just about the people. It's about a higher energy. It's about you knowing you're serving humanity, serving a higher cause, the higher realm, because of the knowledge you have acquiesced. It will not go in vain as long as your heart is carrying the beat of this drum that is rippling through your soul. You will always stay dancing in the center of community, knowing that it vitalized the people, it energized the people no matter what. Not only does this devotion stone signifies your passion and militancy, it also pushes past any hurdles in your way. I'm just seeing a track racer jumping over hurdles, and you may wonder to yourself, how am I constantly getting over and getting through things? Your heart. You have a heart, but not only that, you have heart. Deeply devoted, unwavering, because on the other side of your heart is healing. You know that there is a deeper healing that you will align with if you keep going, or as you keep going, because you have healed yourself 2 and 3 times over throughout many phases of your life, surfing through the cosmos, creating and forging in a new path for yourself, parting the sea just like Moses, so that you could get to the other side. And you have, because the doll is on the other side of this water stone, on the other side of this water that you had to tread to get to. And you're in such a solid space. You're in such a peaceful state. This is not about the energies around you. This is about the state of your energetic body. No matter how loud the noise is, there's something in your soul that's in a state of peace right now. And I can tell a part of this has to do with your clarity stone. Your clarity stone was next to your earth stone, but this clarity is also speaking to you being able, or realizing that you are a part of the ushering in process, just like Moses at the Red Sea, ushering people into new territories, into a new direction. You're ushering people into a new wave, not a new wave, but a new way is what I'm seeing here. I'm sorry, I read or heard that in a different way, but it's due to the changes that are coming your energy picks up or bypasses or go down a different route. You go down this route because I'm seeing your actions, something you have been devoted to, because you have devoted yourself to community, your understanding of humanity, your understanding of the energetic body. I'm seeing 10110, a binary code, the matrix. Your energy to perceive into the matrix goes down to a coding level. Your insight is that in tune or in that in sync, and that level of understanding of coding of this matrix that we're in, you're able to move down a different track, a different path that is deeply devoted, deeply motivating to you, and a much more seamless path, but it also still comes with hurdles. But it's due to your level of insight around the matrix. However, there are other people in this paradigm that may not be as in tune or may not see at the level that you see on. And there's something still in your heart. There's something still in your purpose, in your ability to organize people. You're moving them into or nurturing them into their transition, into the way that you already can see that's coming. A deeper insight that you have to forge a different path for other people to go on. Yeah, it's a different path that you're on, but there is a path that you can see become available for other people because you can see their need. You can see the hurt. You can see the challenges presented as they go through the changes, but something in your wisdom allows you to see alternative paths for other people to go down. And that is what's at your head. That is what you are thinking about as you sit in this state. Thinking about people's challenges, thinking about the challenges of the world and how to create this alternative path for them to follow. Or to go down is what I'm gathering here. But for you, you know that you can easily keep going down this path that you have fortified for yourself. You have cultivated for yourself due to your ability to decode the energies around you, because the path of wisdom is here. And this reads like a subspace window, like an alternative doorway that is running parallel to this paradigm for you to be able to bypass certain things. And you can stay going down this path because you know that the way you can access this energetic path of wisdom is because it requires a deep embrace, a deep transformation of the energies around you, almost like absorbing the energies and morphing with it and going with the flow. That is how you know you can continue down this path very seamless. And not only that, it's almost like there is a light source that you're connected to that will always shine the light on your capacity to be transformative. But this has more to do with a deep embrace of spirituality and allowing yourself to become a different energy, to change into something different. And that is the difficulty that you're starting to see that people are facing. The inability to embrace change, to accept change, not only in their world and in their circumstances, but also within their energetic body. You starting to see in your head, this is where the challenge is presenting itself. People wanting to remain the same and the circumstances to change while they remain the same. And I can see that this is serving up as a bit of a challenge for you. Even though you're in a peaceful state, this challenge is more so seeing that you're on a different path. you're on a different trajectory. However, your influence, your wisdom from the other world is allowing you to cut through the time-space continuum and usher people into an alternative path, even though you're starting to realize people's inability to change is causing the problem, is causing the issue to present itself, the confusion to present itself in this energetic stream of consciousness is what I'm gathering here. This is a very large message, and I would like to pull some cards on two key areas of this energetic thread of consciousness. I would like to see what this binary coding is about. Your ability to see through the matrix. I would like to pull that down for us to see if the cards can share a bit more insight of what this is. And I would also like to look at these two different pathways, one that you're on and one that you're helping usher people in by way of your purpose, your ability to organize the community. I got lost a little bit in this thread of consciousness because it was so lengthy, but I would like to see what the cards have to say about this energetic thread of consciousness. What is this organization stone and bone to pick stone about in terms of the binary coding? And in terms of this energetic coding, the cards that came out were seeing through deceptions, molecular level, stories of humanity, magic, answering questions, and clairvoyant. And what I'm downloading here is that a part of your purpose in organizing community has everything to do with your sight. Some of you in the collective have saw into things for quite some time, and you may not have had made the connection, made the route to point A to point B in terms of why this was happening to you. What I'm gathering is some of you may not even have known that you were doing this or saw into things. However, there's something about your insight. Your sight and your insight were calibrated or is calibrated on a molecular level. You were energetically wired to see into and beyond things. And somehow this has landed you in a particular place in your life where you can finally articulate it, where you can finally put words to what you have saw all this time. What I'm gathering here is that some of you in the collective may have grown up in an environment where your sight or your keen ability to see into things were miscounted for, or was shut out or not indulged in, not necessarily for some of you out of any malicious intent, but I'm seeing that you were in an environment of people who did not have the sight that you had. So they did not know how to cultivate your story. They did not know how to validate your experience. But I'm also seeing something different here. I'm downloading some of you may have saw into things so much that you were shunned for your words. You were disparaged. I'm seeing some challenges about you calling things out as a child, not knowing that you were seeing deeply into the spirit of the adults around you. That's one message that I'm gathering here. But what I'm also seeing is that not only did you see into people, you saw into energies. And you may have tried to articulate this, you may have tried to express this, but something in the development of your world, the maturation of your energy has finally landed to a healthy space where you can now cultivate this side of you to where it is being viewed as magic. Your wording, your insight, your visions, your articulation of what you see is coming off as wisdom. But not just wisdom, you are moving with intent surrounding this frequency that you're picking up on, surrounding the things that you're seeing. I'm also seeing aura. You may see colors for some of you. You may see the colors radiate off of people's body is what I'm gathering here. This magic card is going into a different element for me. Some of you have some very special skills, for lack of better words. Your ability to see has may have scared you, seeing things that you did not know how to articulate. That's why 101011, the binary code came out. The invisible realm, the dimensional energy, the dimensional spaces that exist layered on top of one another. Some of you have read into many of them. Some of you can read into one or two of them. I don't know, but what I'm gathering here is that the clairvoyance that you're seeing is not only due to your sight, it has everything to do with your quest for clarity. Some of you wanted to understand this part of you. The ability to see through the veil is what this 10111 is about. And it is you answering the questions. You're taking it to a different level, a level of mastery. Because you wanted to figure out all these intricacies of your frequency that you were picking up on. You wanted to understand it, is what I'm gathering here. And you've made it. As I remember my wording of the stones, it started out with the wisdom. Your spirit guides or your ancestor team highlighting your wisdom. One does not gain wisdom overnight. And being that your life's work was in community, organizing the community, I know what this entails. Constantly being around energies. And if you have this level of foresight, that's what it is. Your ability to see into things with your third eye and your foresight, you're able to see through things on a molecular level, decoding things, downloading things, processing them, answering the questions, and receiving the response through energy. Very swiftly, this has fortified you to create this path. This is why you can see through the matrix and bypass certain energetic challenges, certain energetic darknesses, certain energetic calibrations, because you can see through it all in a very profound way. This is also cultivating you to be able to tell the stories of humanity. Because not only are you seeing the veils, the raindrop of numbers, you're also seeing as you enter into a connection with people. By you organizing the community, you're getting the story behind the numbers. You're getting the energetic coding behind the frequencies that you're seeing and putting names to faces, putting stories to people's experiences, not reducing them down. You're able to see them as an energetic frequency of expression, narrating the number of their energetic frequency that they're tapped into. As you connect with people, you can associate them with the energetic coding. And as you continue to connect, you calibrate this frequency, connect the puzzle, and put together this amazing Lego piece. And it's a monument of energy. Man, this is why you're able to create a new path. As you look at the numbers, as you look at the coding, as you look at the stories that's being told, you're able to move the pieces around like Tetris. You're able to move and see the landscape as a board of checkers or chess, and making better decisions, making executive decisions from a soul-based level through your insight and foresight. And it's carving a new path by way of your energetic expression. Very large message, you guys. I hope that resonated or made sense. That was so complex. Thank you all for joining me in tonight's Healing Circle. And if you stayed thus far, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, or comment below to let me know how these messages are showing up in your world. And with that being said, I would like to dive into the pathways. One that I was seeing with you having or carving your own path, and then the other pathway in terms of community you were able to usher in. And the cards that came out were portal, carve out time to create, just add water, gateway into another world, layers, and cutting. And what I'm downloading here is that there's something in your energetic body at this current time that I'm picking up on in the energetic wavelength, is that you have access to bypass or to open up different energetic portals. Like, you don't have to take the harder way. You don't have to take the long route. Your energy can cut through the time-space continuum to short change the pathway, to create this shortcut, is what I'm gathering here. And it's because you have carved out this space to cultivate the spiritual side of yourself and to move with spiritual intentions. You're moving with the spiritual intent, and this is creating ripples throughout the cosmos. And this rippling is opening up a space, or have opened up a space for you. All you had to do was add water. And this adding of the water is you embracing spirituality, you embracing yourself fully, unequivocally. And this is doing something wonderful. I'm seeing this just add water as such an easy piece to the recipe. You know how when someone say this is an easy recipe, all you have to do is X, Y, and Z, and you're looking and wondering like this is not going to be a 10-minute recipe. But the just add water for you in this current energetic thread is the embrace of spirituality. And when you say it, people look at you like a deer caught in headlights. But what you're really saying is, if you embrace yourself, embrace who you are on a core like level, and move through spiritual intent, the world will unfold for you. The gateway into another world will open for you. And that's the key here, is a parallel difference, is the paradigm difference, is a dimensional difference. Because when you say the world will unfold for you, people think about the paradigm or the 3D or the surface world. But for you, you're meaning many worlds. The spiritual world. The key or small compartmental pockets that opens up when you express your authentic frequency. You know, there are pockets to it. This is akin to you adding a particular type of measurement to the recipe. This particular recipe comes with a measurement ingredient. This is that it's not that easy piece to it. Because your understanding surrounding the complexity of the world around you may not translate to people the same way. It's very layered. And you know because you've done it. You've expressed many parts of yourself. You had to cut off many people in your life. You had to go through the gauntlets of being in community with people who have not elevated and understood that it was still a part of their journey, and you took it to the chin. All these layers of your journey has afforded you the knowledge to know the compartments that you have to go through, the avenues you have to endure to get to this level, to open up the different gateway. So when you say the world, or when you embody this energy, that the world will open up for you as you open this channel or try to facilitate this message to the community around you, which is carving out this path, you're finding that there's a lot more nuances and caveats with it. There's a lot more intricate pieces with it that you're learning, that you have to articulate, cultivate, or express out in just saying the top level. And that is what you're realizing as you open this path. Your wisdom has to be chopped down and condensed a little bit more for the masses. It has to be minimized. And I'm not saying reduce what you're saying. I'm saying because you have done so much work, that you have carved out an energetic path in the cosmos for yourself, people may not understand what that looks like. So your articulation, as you sit in this space, you're realizing that you have to nurture people in on a very basic level first, as they enter into certain level of changes, and be gracious. Have grace with yourself. Have patience with yourself. Have patience with people as you do such a thing. This is very large and very admirable what you're doing. However, the other side to carving this path is nurturance. Accepting people where they are and allowing them to grow as you figure out ways to educate them on opening up these pathways. Your heart is in it. This is a beautiful reading. Your path is in it, and the other world is acknowledging your wisdom, so you have the capacity to do it. All the ingredients for you to overcome or to carve out this second wave of energetic consciousness to cut through for other people to follow is available for you. How powerful. Very large message that I picked up in the cars. Thank you all for joining me in tonight's Healing Circle. I am thoroughly impressed by this read. I am so proud to see some of you, or those of you in the collective, doing the work. And with that being said, I would like to take this time to come down and close out tonight's Healing Circle, and I will see you all at the next